Welcome to episode 72 of the Empowered by Design podcast. I am coming in before the episode to give you a little bit of an introduction. After I listened through the episode, I want to let you know that it is an episode with a full range of emotion. It is the empowerment card episode, and I decided to be as real as possible in this episode. So you will hear my emotions, which are real in the moment. I paused, took some of the pauses out, but I will be honest to let you know that I kept a lot of what was really happening in the moment in this episode because I believe that it is powerful, it is helpful, it is necessary for us to be real. I welcome you to listen to it in a time and space where you can also tune into your emotions, the full range. So when I say the full range, there's tears of sadness and reflection of what's happening in this moment, in this country, and also it's empowering. So the full range, it does come up to bring the message of inspiration and action. There is that as well. I invite you to listen all the way to the end. I invite you to seek support and be real with yourself. Allow yourself the time and space to be real with yourself and with me. Thank you for listening. As always, reach out. You can find me on social media. DM me if you have questions or any comments about this episode or any of them. But certainly, let's lift each other up together. Together we can. Stay tuned. Welcome to the podcast, Empowered by Design. I'm your host, Dr. Liz, a licensed psychologist and owner of Visionistas by Design Wellness Boutique in Nazareth, Pennsylvania. This podcast is about the power of connection and a proactive approach to mental health and overall wellness. It's about finding and owning your power right now and using it for good by nurturing the connection of body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit. Empowered by Design podcast delivers psychological concepts and practical strategies with a real-life approach, designed to empower health and wellness, optimal performance, authentic connection with yourself and others, and purposeful, joyful living. Be well, live empowered, dream, design, deliver. Welcome to podcast episode 72 of the Empowered by Design podcast. I am your host, Dr. Liz. I am so excited to be here with you today and every week. Today we have our fun empowerment card episode. We do one of these roughly every month, beginning in January. So if you are new to the podcast, welcome. I'm so glad that you are here, that you have found your way to me, to this place of inspiration and empowerment, education. That is the goal, the mission for this podcast, is to help us, just help us to live life with balance, with joy, with love, because it's a rough one, right? We've definitely can say that we've been through a lot as a human collective over the past few years, and certainly in our country in the past week-ish. And then it reminds us that we are a resilient people. It helps us to remember that we have survived, we thrive, we grieve, we can best feel stable, peaceful, joyful, connected when we achieve a sense of balance, allowing ourselves to take the time that we need to feel the feelings, to have the thoughts, to nurture our bodies and our minds, our spirits, no matter what is happening, in the joy and in the pain, in the sorrow and in the sunshine as well. Because that is what happens. That is our life, is full of the uncertainty, the joys, the happiness, also the sorrows and the pain and the sadness. And we've been seeing lots of that. And so have those who have come before us and have paved the way for us to do the nurturing of our souls that helps us get through. Not only get through, right? Not just survive, but to also thrive and enjoy the moments of our lives. That's my little soapbox for today. We are here at this moment in this week. And it's a fun little thing that we do every month here since January. So I'll get back to the beginning of my tangent. In January, I began pulling an empowerment card, one of the episodes per month, so my daughter received from her nanny for Christmas a cute little box of empowerment cards. Be positive, 50 sassy quotes to get you up and ready to slay another day. # positive vibes. And I mean, we all can use some positive vibes, myself included. Because, like I said, there are always going to be things to deal with, to get through, to figure out. Whatever you're going through today, wherever you are, take a moment and just breathe that in. Pausing and reflecting, you hear me say that all the time. If you are returning, then you've certainly heard me say that before. If you are a returning listener, thank you for coming back. I'm so glad that you are back, that you are here again and connecting with us. Again, this podcast is about that power of connection and belonging and really finding your space, finding what works for you, because there is not just one way, finding the people who lift you up, surrounding yourself with people who can be where you are. Sometimes that's lifting us up, sometimes that's jumping for joy, and sometimes that's just sitting by the fire and watching it burn. And I'm saying that meaning a controlled fire, right? So sitting this weekend, we had lots to do over the weekend. So it was a holiday weekend as I'm recording this back in the office. And at one point I said, I feel like the most I'm sitting is in my car this weekend, because we had lots of baseball, but we also had and that's fun, right? So baseball is fun. Wish we would have won more games, but we also had a lot of fun connecting with family and friends and grilling, and the weather was beautiful. We did some work, a little bit of tree cutting down. If you've been watching on social media, this is the last day of my challenge to do one TikTok a day for the month of May. So when I'm recording this, that was a challenge I set for myself to, again, spread the awareness, recognizing the different platforms out there where we can show up to spread our vision and our mission. And so I was TikToking in the month of May. So if you've been following, you may have seen that, yes, we did some cutting down a tree at the office this weekend too. So that is something that I've coming to realize, is that I love diversity. I love to mix things up, and balance is key in working hard, playing hard, spending time in the activities and with the people that you love and that you feel connected to and empowered with. So the empowerment card episode is today. I draw a card and read it. It is surprise, so that is also fun for me. I love to be surprised, and I love to kind of just read the card and then give you my thoughts, my reaction, and encourage you to reflect on yours. Okay, so let's get to the empowerment card. I am pulling them out of this cute little box that they come in, and I'm shuffling them up. Like a deck of cards. You can hear me shuffle. And I love to do this because I have no idea what's coming. And then you get to just, with me, we're going to pull an empowerment card. You get to just react and go with it. So today's empowerment card for this month: if you're going to rise, you might as well shine. If you are going to rise, you might as well shine. What is my reaction to that? I love it. I think of rise and shine in the morning. If you are going to rise, you might as well shine. I think that for me, I will just be completely honest, which is what I try to do here. I think sometimes we shy away from shining. I will say, as women, as moms, if you're going to rise, you might as well shine. If you're going to rise, you might as well shine. Wow, gosh, this is beautiful. And there's something in it that's like hard for me to say with sunshine. It's sunshine. There's lots of sunshine around me here today. I'm loving that. And maybe there's also the heaviness as I come back to work and talk here about the things that we've been through as a people. That's heavy. If you're going to rise, you might as well shine. I love this. I'm going to pause and allow you to just hear that message and think about what that means for you. Because this empowerment card is for us. Someone out there, if you are listening, needed to hear this message today. If you're going to rise, you might as well shine. If you're going to rise, you might as well shine. Love it. I love it. It's complex. What does it mean to you? What does it mean to you to rise? To rise up. To rise up. I think of the song by Andra Day. I love it. Love it. I'm just kind of allowing this to wash over me as well, this message. Rise up when you're down and out, when we are down and out. We breathe. We grieve. We take the time to rest. Yeah, this was my message for sure last week to myself, and I shared it on social media as well, especially after hearing of the most recent school shooting, the murder of children, because we have to acknowledge it. We have to acknowledge the pain we feel when things are terrible, when the world feels just so chaotic and dangerous and scary, and we feel angry, ragey, sad and overwhelmed, fearful, terrified that these things are still happening, that we're not learning our lessons, that our kids have to go to school, our teachers have to go to school, our administrators, our paraprofessionals, our support staff, our custodians, our security guards and agents and officers and personnel, everyone, right? So it's schools, yes, and it's everywhere. It's nightclubs and places of worship. And it's sad and it's scary. And maybe we just need to feel that. We do, not just maybe, we do. We do, because we're down. So before you can rise up, sit down, rest, pause, take a break. I need a tissue. You'd think I would have one in reach in my office, but the computer's in the way. It's fine. Cry. Yeah. Let it go. Let it out. It's okay if your shirt gets wet from your tears. It's okay if your makeup runs. It's okay. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to not feel okay, to not be okay. Take it. Be with it. I was not expecting that today. I understand it. I get it. Wasn't expecting it. That's maybe where you are today. In this moment. It doesn't have to be the whole day. Right? I think sometimes we get a little bit afraid to have the tears, to cry, because we're afraid we won't be able to stop. Or we don't have time. Right? I have to do this. I have to do that. And we have to take the time. We have to take the time to be. Take the time to be where you are today. Be with your emotions. Be with your thoughts. Be with your people. And if you're at work or you're driving or you can't right this moment, make the time. Make the time for yourself. Make the time to heal. Make the time to rest, to grieve, to be with your emotions, to be with your pain. Make it. Make the time. Don't just take it, make it, because you have to. In order to be healthy, to be well, to feel balanced, we must allow ourselves, give ourselves permission to be where we are, to sit down, to rest. That is it. That is it. And then know you will rise up. We will. We do. We are rising up. What are you doing to rise up? and shine. To rise up and to shine. What does that mean for you? What does that look like for you? What are you called to do in this message? What resources do you have? What strengths, skills, passion, purpose do you have right now? What are your values? Where do they come from? What are your beliefs that fuel your fire of passion? And what can you do with those things? What can you do with the resources, the strengths, the skills, and the abilities that you have? Maybe you have connections. Maybe you can speak your truth. Maybe you have money that you can donate to causes to help people rise up, to help us as a people rise up, to love each other, to stick together, to do this thing, this life together, to help each other. We all feel it. We're all feeling it. Join hands. Advocate. Maybe you have the power for advocacy, for social justice, for change. Vote. You have a vote if you're over 18. Do it. Make your voice heard. What resources do you have? What resources do you need? And where can you get them? What people can you ask? What class can you take? What training can you take? What book can you read? What podcast can you listen to? Where can you go for help? Rise up. Rise up. And shine. It's okay to shine. Do it. Yes, shine. Take those golden nuggets of inspiration, your power, your mission, your vision, your resources, your strengths, your abilities, and your skills. You are unique. You are you. Use what you have for good. Use what you have. Use your power. Own it and use it for good. What does that mean for you? I'm throwing out some ideas, and I know there's tons and tons and tons more. And that's why I love chatting with you and connecting with you, because you have them too. You have the ideas. You have the passion. You have the power. You have the connections. You have the people. You have the resources. Take inventory on what they are. Do you have time? Do you have time? Some of us have more time than others. Some of us have more money than others. Some of us have more of this or that. And that is why this is a beautiful collection of people in our world, because we balance, we flourish, we rise up, we pick up, we support, we help, we complement each other's strengths, we empower each other to use them for good. What is yours today? What is yours? What is your rising up? What is your shining? Take some time. Maybe journal a little bit after this episode. And then also know that it will stay with you. You are hearing it now. And just like the things that we absorb in our lives, the things that we read, the encounters that we have, the connections that we make, enjoy them now in this moment. And know that they will be nurtured if you take the time to nurture these connections, these nuggets of inspiration, these moments of love and joy. Reflect on them, journal about them, talk about them. Talk to the people in your life. Spend some time balancing where you're at, allowing yourself to talk about the pain with the people that you love. Consider the timing. Meaning, consider the timing, the context, to take the time that you need to process the emotions. Make the time. And then make your plan. Share your ideas. You are one person, and together we rise. Together we shine. Together we can make change. Together we can. Do you want to do something today? Here is your call to action. If you are in the business of helping and/or you have a passion for empowering others, visit my website, drliz.com, and download the free resource that outlines my signature formula, Dream, Design, Deliver. Stay tuned to future podcast episodes to be the first to hear about the upcoming opportunities to connect with me and to explore specific strategies to use that formula, Dream, Design, Deliver, and take purposeful action to achieve your dreams with intentional vision. Woo! I'm so excited. Download that free design guide right now at drliz.com. That's drlyz.com. I cannot wait to connect with you there. Thank you. Thank you for being a part of my connection, my collection, my source of inspiration. Thank you for showing up here, for listening, for tuning in, for sharing these episodes with people that you love, for sending back the energy to me, for chatting with me, messaging me, even just smiling when you might see something I post or create, or you listen and you enjoy it. Thank you. Now go out, rise up, and shine. I cannot wait to connect with you next time. Take care. Thank you for connecting on this episode of the podcast, Empowered by Design. For further connection, subscribe to my email list at drliz.com to be sure that you are in the loop for exciting news, events, and resources. You can also follow me on social media at Dr. Liz and at Visionistas by Design. I invite you to subscribe to this podcast and send this episode to one of your people in order to share the love, spread the power. This podcast is designed to inspire, educate, and empower you to pursue your dreams with intentional vision. This podcast is not meant to be a substitute for psychological treatment or a working relationship with a licensed mental health professional. For more information on connecting with mental health resources in your area, visit drliz.com and click on resources. Thank you again for connecting. And remember, trust the heart, work your vision, dream, design, deliver.